everyone and welcome to my channel. This is Leslie. I'm sharing a layout with you that I am making as part of my Stash Bash series. And the collection I'm going to be working with today is Jillibean soup, and it is called Summer Red Raspberry Soup. So it is an older collection. I'm not sure from when it was made, but it is beautiful and I love all the bright colors. I love the combination of the colors, especially that really vibrant dark pink with the lighter pink. And what you'll see here is I put together a kit for myself, and in 2017, I went through the stage where I sorted out my stash and I sorted out all my papers and my kits, and I went through a lot of stuff and I made kits for myself so that I could actually start using my papers and my things, because I have a massive stash and a lot of papers. So here you'll see I'm just going through what I did put in that kit, and most of this I won't be using on this layout, but I am keeping the kit together, so I will be using it later on in another layout. But yes, I am going to try to use as much as possible, obviously, in this. So there are those wonderful little puffy hearts that I don't have any left anymore. But I went back to the shop the other day and they're out. They don't have those little puffy hearts anymore. So it's my own fault for not buying any more. But yeah, for those of you who don't know, I live in Dubai and there's this wonderful little stationery shop here and they sell these cute little stickers, and about once a month I pop in there and I see what stickers they have, and I haven't been for a while, so it's, you know, I lost out on those little puffy hearts. But okay, so I'm going to start with my layouts here. I don't really have an idea of what I want to be doing, but what I usually do is I find the page that I want to fussy cut, and then I start with that, and then the ideas sort of come to me as I'm fussy cutting and thinking about this. So you saw that I fussy cut a lot of those flowers from that floral sheet, and then I finally had an idea of using these die cuts or cut files from just a little bowl on my table, and I used them on another layout, and they are from the Paper Issues shop. It's a free cut file, and it is called Explore Creekside. And you'll see I had some issues with my camera there, sorry about that. But yeah, so what I did is I cut the rest of those doilies out, and I wanted to focus on circular elements in this layout. So the flowers are very round, and those the doilies obviously are round, and then I remember that I have those beautiful Freckled Fawn acetate doilies. So I dug into my Freckled Fawn stash and I got out a bunch of those doilies that matched the colors in this collection. So you'll see that I did cut out those doilies on one of the pattern papers, and I thought I would make a like a vertical layout with all these circular elements that I'm going to be using, and I'm going to be backing all of these beautiful cut files. I did mention, hey, it's called Explore Creekside. Yes, I did mention that. So you can go into the Paper Issues shop, and there's a little drop down menu on the left, and there's loads and loads of free cut files that you can download. And if you're not part of a scrapbooking community, I would really suggest that you become part of the Paper Issues scrapbooking community. It's on Facebook. It's called Paper Issues Friends and Fans, and it's a bunch of ladies just chatting about scrapbooking and sharing layouts, and the shop has a bunch of challenges each month, and you can also win a gift card at the end of each month for a winning layout. So it's a really great way of getting involved and challenging yourself in getting involved with all of the different challenges. Okay, so I'm going to start playing around with the composition here and with an idea of what I want to use and what I want to do. And it was pure luck that those beautiful acetate pieces, really the colors were perfect with this collection. And I'm going to be using quite a number of them. And I love those doilies and all the circular elements. It's really, really gorgeous. So I noticed that my paper is going off screen. I honestly don't know what went on with my camera over here. So I will probably move it up in a little bit so that you can see the rest of the layout. So this did take some time to fussy cut because I am very particular about fussy cutting. I don't like white borders around different elements, and if I do have ephemera and it's got a white border around it, if it is possible for me to cut it out, I will cut off the white borders. So I do like keeping my things as uniform as I can. Also, I really enjoy fussy cutting, so that's fussy cutting is really not an issue for me. I really enjoy it. So these are the little flowers that I fussy cut from that floral sheet. And you see, I'm just going to scatter them around. And I wanted to use that heart, but it doesn't make the layout in the end. And these are the die cuts from the pack, and they're still coming in those. These are still the days where they come in a sheet like that. So, so now you know. This is an older collection, but it is still beautiful. And these are my favorite colors, and they are bright. And there's lots of florals in it, and there's leaves and butterflies, and it's a gorgeous collection. And yeah, so I'm going to be playing around with all the elements and with all the different bits that you can see there. And the photo that I'm going to be using is of me and my husband, and we were on the beach here in Dubai, and it was my son's birthday, and we asked him what he wanted to do for his birthday, and he said he wants to go to the beach. So that's what we did for that day, and it was a lovely day. And his birthday's in October, so it's perfect weather, perfect beach weather here in Dubai. It's the start of winter, obviously. It's autumn, and that's just when the weather starts cooling down enough for you to sit on the beach for more than 5 minutes at a time. So it was a lovely day. And there you'll see that I took apart some of those, some of the die cuts, and I am planning on putting them on the page. At that stage, I'm still thinking I'm going to put them on. They don't make the page in the end. I'm going to be using those bits that I fussy cut at the beginning of the video, and yeah, just using my fine liner bottle there to stick down all the bits. And I tried to balance out the color as much as I could. For instance, if there's a green doily at the top, then I wanted to place a green doily at the bottom of the layout, and so on. And yeah, I tried to balance it out as much as I could. I'm going to be placing my photo almost dead center of the page. I thought that it would be a nice, it would be framed very nicely by the circular elements of the page, and it works out nicely. I very seldom put my photos dead center, but yes, we were looking straight at the camera, and the framing of the photo doesn't sort of dictate which side of the layout the photo should be. I am going to overlap those that big cut file back with the yellow, and then that pink cut file. You'll see that I put double foam adhesive on the light pink flower that goes over the yellow backed cut file, just so that it has two layers of foam behind it, so that it stands up more against the yellow-backed cut file. The cut file at the bottom left-hand side of the photo I also backed with some foam adhesive, and that doily as well that says hello. So I didn't back my photo with any foam adhesive or any adhesive element, and usually I would in this situation back it with some tissue paper just to add some more dimension and differentiation, but I like the amount of texture that was in any case on this layout. There's lots of layers as I layered all those circular elements on top of each other, and also the doilies and the patterns of the doilies add a lot of texture and interest to the page. So I felt that it might be too much to add tissue paper behind my photo as well. So I'm just going to be sticking those little flowers that I fussy cut, and then some of them are some of the die cuts. Just going to be placing them randomly, scattering them around like little bits of confetti. And I do some work off camera, and you'll see that I did cut off that little bit of acetate doily and just stuck it there below the photo. I felt that it needed something extra there underneath the right hand side of the photo. So I do outline my page with a very soft line, and the line will be broken that I'm going to outline it with. That is a sort of a calligraphy type ink pen. It has a soft tipped brush end, and I used to do a lot of ink work, sort of portraits, ink portraits, and I used that pen a lot with it. And I'm also going to be doing my journaling with that pen, and I'm going to be writing the journaling all around the edge of the layout. So remember, if you like what you see, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.